Usually, before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!" No idea how I got so barbaric.
What is up, guys? It is Nayland, and I told you we were going to do a third series, so we are playing This Is the Police. I wanted to do something a bit more narrative-driven and just straightforward, simple, nothing horror. This game, we follow Jack Boyd, who's the chief of police, and man, he just wants to retire, so we're going to help him retire. And that's about all I know about it. I know it's a police manager game. And we're going to get right into it. I did play like a little bit just to make sure the recording was going to be alright. But not too much, so. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. Mayor Rogers, sex maniac. Mark War II to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. All this is July 15th, Monday, and we're going to go to work. I figured I just wanted to do a chill game.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same: play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Good morning. Oh, this is a reporter asking a question. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? I've been expecting this bullshit from the mayor. What's the difference? I'll say the mayor discussed it with me. That's a very professional answer. Mayor Rogers told me that once a fresh face running Freeburg PD, so no, it didn't come as a surprise. It's weird writing. Do you already know the name of your successor? No. I don't really know. Of course not. And I don't think the mayor's office knows who it is either. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? I don't know. Perhaps, I guess. Sounds possible. If he thinks the new office would help him serve the city a little longer. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? Bullshit. I don't know. If it helps the police, no comment. I mean, I'm one of those guys, I'm all about that mob solidarity, you know? Jeez. No comment is suspicious. We'll just say, I don't know. I've never worked with the mafia, but I can't speak for every man and woman in the department. I can't follow all my employees around the clock. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? I think we have a bad relationship with the mayor. Of course it's the reason. Personal relations are always important, no matter what anyone says. Thank you. Alright.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick. As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man."
I'll do my best.
"And quit smoking at the office. One of my friends will be using it soon."
I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Let's go, Jack. W. Jack Boyd. Jack Boyd. Only assholes join the mafia. Francis Kendrick could replace Jack Boyd. People await a fresh look from the next police chief. Alright, so you guys might be wondering, I don't have a face cam because I feel like this game doesn't really need me to have a face cam. And I'm going to try not to speak during cutscenes. I just want to speak my mind when I gotta speak my mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry if I got sniffles or if I sneezed during the recording. Got a bit of sickness. So far, Mayor Rogers seems like a bad guy. Jack Boyd seems like a good guy. I'm surprised to hear like people like him, considering we saw him in that intro cinematic. He's like hitting up the clubs, which isn't like a very morally right thing to do, but can't really speak on that too much. Let's go to work. This video is going to be as long as it needs to be. It's not going to be 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever. It's going to be however long.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Would you like to receive tips about how the game works? I'm a 60-year-old police chief, a few months away from retirement. I don't need anyone telling. Let's see what we got. Freeburg PD organizes upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress and detectives continue their investigations and freely move employees between shifts. Alright. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism shows overall efficiency. Alright. Figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable. While those whose professionalism is considerably higher than the average are a safe bet. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work, and a policeman who's exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. So, is that like between shifts? I guess we'll find out. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up... Can't read, guys. Some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think of to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behavior. Alright. Diprito, Kochi, Ansi. I don't think the names matter. I bet you these are, like, auto-generated or something. Let's start. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. A mark on the map shows where the call came from. The farther away the destination is from the police station, the longer it will take for your officers to travel back and forth. So the longer you people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work. Okay.
110B in progress.
Everyday mall. Easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you are allowed to send in on the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending a SWAT, but they must be accompanied by at least one officer. Holy cow, okay. The number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All of this can tell you how seriously each case should be taken. The mission might look simple at first glance until it turns into a brutal meat grinder, or on a serious call can come in which turns out to be a false alarm. Hit and run, everyday mall. Married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot. Back over a homeless man. Oh shit, we've been digging for the trash can. The driver got the help, but once he saw that he needed a bum, got back in the van and quickly drove away. 150 is average. I don't think this sounds like we need above average people. Let's send 2 though. Number 5, that's really low.
311A in progress.
Last picture that showed. The theater manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theater's security guard. Let's send 1 above average and 1 below average. I'm going to turn down the volume just a tiny bit, guys. Next time I record an episode, I'll find out, you know, what we need volume-wise. It's just kind of loud. I don't know if I'll be reading everything.
110B complete.
When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies. But the truth is, sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid roster of dead citizens bother the mayor. Even more than living ones. Let's go. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. Holy cow, this is actually getting like a lot louder. I'm going to turn down some more, guys. Cutscenes aren't bad at full volume. Alright. There we go. Bender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilian. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store made off of a whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car with a store manager and wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is one Jennifer. I don't think we need to send 2 people. It's just kids. Wait. Oh, shotgun? Yeah, no, never mind. We need to send 2.
311A in progress.
Come back here. Fight the law firm. A brother and sister clashed with each other over their deceased father's will. According to one of the lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off duty. I say we only need 1 person. Like, if there's no guns involved, I don't think we need more than 1. 16 o'clock, so that's 4 o'clock.
412A in
Assault
progress.
in the ghetto. A passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and his money. Tell you what, we'll send 3, and we'll send the, I don't know. I feel like we should send 3. When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask you to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste all your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems. Alright. From the suburb. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. Sneak into the house. That's a stupid idea. Let's just knock on the door. Be professional. We don't need to shout that the house is surrounded. Oh, this was armed robbery, though. Let's shout that the house is surrounded.
9 custody complete.
Yep. That's how we do.
311A complete.
So far, work's been pretty good for me, guys. Holiday Expo at our bakery went really well.
412A completion.
Very busy. Fender escaped, officers unharmed. Oh, okay. Not what I wanted to see, guys. I guess we're gonna end the day. Or do I just wait for this count? Nope, the day just ends when they come back to the station. Right, we are good. If you think you'll need a couple of extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. I mean, I kind of do want someone to work. No, we'll get by.
Used to be, when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Alright, I think we're going to do one more day. That Christopher G. Sand guy sounds interesting. I read a bit of poetry myself, so I think I'm going to like that guy. Francis Kendrick announces retirement date. Construction of Cinema Museum postponed again. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to freedom. Alright, when a police officer is too tired to be effective, he will ask for a day off. Sometimes officers will request days off, even when they're at full strength. Some of the reasons you hear are far-fetched, while some are very serious. Don't overindulge your subordinates, but don't antagonize them either. Remember that everybody's got secrets, and you've got to make sure those guys have your back. I have a feeling we're going to have some secrets, too. In addition to their performance ratings, police officers also possess rank. Each employees begin at lowest rank. Can be elevated in rank with 1, 2, or 3 stripes. Once a week, you can pass out stripes and improve the rank of any employee. If you think that no one is worthy of the honor some week, you can postpone the ceremony until later. Employees of rank not only increase in professionalism, but also learn to command. Whenever a ranking officer is on the scene, his or her colleagues are more likely to perform better than usual. Sometimes when cops get ranked, they start thinking more seriously about their service. This can mean less drinking and more time spent on the job. Oh, so we can cure alcoholism this way. Tell you what, I'll hand one out so we can have 2 liters. Stovall. That guy looks based. Let's go. Samadhi. Let's give one to the Italian guy. Oh, excuse me. These people, I hope we have a reason to fire them. They look like poor performers. That's some of my throat. Freiburg isn't one of those cities where you can listen to what they say or nothing at all. You can always select any song from your collection. Oh, awesome. Let's go with this one. Billabong, Len Barnard, Bob Barnard. Sure. Let's learn how to hire and fire cops. That's what I'm talking about. You have a certain number of paid job openings for which you can hire any available applicant. Okay. Let's hire someone for shift. Shift A looks like it sucks. It needs some good people. Savichenko. Political views unknown. I am perfectly fine with that. Want to free up a slot? Time to fire somebody. You have legal grounds for the termination. No one will ask any questions. You might need to fire them anyway. Legality be damned. Okay. I can mind you in additional proceedings, and your other staff will become more worried about keeping their jobs than they are about doing their jobs. Okay. Well, if they can do their jobs, they won't get fired. Another way to free up a slot is to have a police officer killed, but that's not really a valid option, is it? No. Too old. Fire legally. Are you old? Okay. You're not old. Are you old? Yes, you are. Let's get 2 for shift B. Let's get 1 more detective for shift B. Or is that shift A? Yeah, shift B. That looks good to me.
211 in progress.
Vandalism. We received a frightened call from the local cathedral. This morning, the abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, and some have been broken into pieces. Marks for a shovel, but the abbot would say no. Shovel implies there's a weapon. Let's send a lead. And we'll send this guy. He's getting fired anyways. Coming to work hours.
211 in progress.
Atticus Tower. Businessman Harley Jones, looking out his window, saw 2 teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his new car. We'll just send 2. Someone average, someone below average. I mean, they're only teenagers. I don't think that's serious. I don't think anyone's going to die.
211.
Tender caught.
In progress.
Waitress named Mila reports that she just served a chicken Eddie in Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal who she'd seen on television just this morning. Over sitting out the window eating a burger. Didn't we just read that there's going to be prank calls? This sounds like someone who's hysterical. We'll send 2. Stovall and Roy. 405.
211.
Okay. Being officers unharmed, that's alright with me. This music is far too loud. We're going to turn down a bit more. Sorry if I'm sniffly. I'm sick, like I said earlier.
1210 complete.
Suspicious individual. Yep. Officer Frank Nero for the fugitive in question. Okay. English nightclub. Mr. Boyd, my bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again, and now he can't get off the can. You know, land. We need someone who can tell the cool guys from the punks. Do I need to send someone good for this? Send you this guy I'm firing. Yeah, go get him, Roy. I should probably take some of these more seriously. I don't know. Like, it's important for police to help, like, city non-crime things, but I don't feel like I should send my best, you know? An anonymous call just came in. A clown carrying balloons at the skating rink is selling crack. Oh. That sounds bad. Get him. Sorry, Chief, but I quit. And one night I pulled more cash than I earned in a month working at this dump. Oh, cool. So I didn't need to fire you? And I get money?
411.
Yo, let's go. Suicide threat. Naked man carrying a canister of gasoline has threatened to set himself on fire unless his favorite chewing gum becomes popular again. This sounds like a false alarm. I'll send these weak guys. Like, I'm not going to take that seriously. Shouldn't even send anyone, but, you know. I think false alarm still needed. Police arrive, clown is seen making balloon animals for the kids. Cover up in a raincoat and pretend to be an illicit customer. Take the clown onto the ice and round up any witnesses. Let's pretend to be a customer.
1111.
Let's go. I wonder who dressed up as a customer.
411 complete.
Offender. I mean, if he escaped, that means he didn't kill himself, so that's pretty good. Alrighty. Looks good to me. Day 4. Maybe we'll do one more day. One more day, guys. Robespierre to reveal his identity when the time is right. Feminist organization denied official registration. Enemies using feminists to destroy Freeburg. Love Robespierre. Not the part where you're guilting people, but...
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all 3 of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing, Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
Oh, damn, that was, something. Too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Yeah. Some pipes in my house busted, and I need to wait around for the plumber. Can I take the day? Is this one of those scenarios that I've heard about? You're gonna come to work tomorrow. That's fine. Oh, this one. Oh, this is my jam. Fire all black cops. What the fuck? Racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to a local radio station promising to kill all the black doctors, firemen, and police. We don't need any more dead police, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more power, and even some of our citizens support them. You have to fire all black employees. What? Someone commits a serious crime, police team. The case goes to your detectives. Okay, hold on. Okay. They investigate the crime scene, interview witnesses, and gather whatever information seems pertinent. One of your detectives will be lead investigator on the case. When assign additional detectives to the case, Eddie will work on the lead. Okay. Mole. And Armstrong. Let's go with 2. Destruction of property. A member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot carrying a long iron rod. Hill Street could hear him shouting, "Bastards, thieves, bloodsuckers." Ooh. Let's send these 2. What kind of affairs do I have? Why would I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like way too many employees to fire. I'm not doing that. What if I don't listen to City Hall? Screw the mayor. I'm the police chief. I can do whatever I want. Oh, holy cow. You know who I am firing, though? You. You are old and too low. What shift is this? Shift B? Yep.
113 progress.
Carjack. Gas station surveillance camera reported a car that's on the stolen vehicles list. I'll send you, I guess. Investigation started. Detectives have interviewed witnesses, collected evidence from the scene, and are pursuing investigation. They drove by in a sedan. They shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. Only heard a few much. He got what he deserved. Okay. I don't remember the car, and the neighborhood was quiet. These days, can't do it. Okay. Alright.
12 complete.
Fender caught, officers unharmed. That's good to hear. Man, I feel bad for Jack Boyd. Like, what is he, 60? And I guess it sounds like he's divorced. Corey Ramsey, mother of seven children, has expressed concerns about a suspicious man wearing bifocals seated on a bench beside a playground. He's been watching the children for an hour and has taken several photographs. Okay. Listen to.
Officer on scene.
The driver's nowhere to be seen. Don't search the car. That seems like a bad idea, like if it's like a bomb. Let's wait at a safe distance. Yep, good call. Oh shit. That's not good. Alrighty. City Hall's not gonna like that one.
1210 complete.
Suspiciously cool. Honestly, I was like partially worried that was going to be like a false alarm. Dragon Slayer Club. I'm opening Freeburg's first martial arts club in my first exhibition. Takes on your toughest cop. Let's send Purdy. Purdy's got that 220. Homicide report. 3 new frames. Alright, let's open this investigation real quick. They get it wrong half the time, but a good cop can separate fact from fiction. More professional detectives are working on investigations by their instincts. Your suspects, you'll need to figure out the true sequence of events. These are all different colored cars. Drove by in a sedan. They shot a machine gun. Okay, so it's probably going right there or something. Muffled shots. Yeah, I take it some of these are incorrect.
311A in progress.
Bartender reports that a couple dancers started fighting over tips, and the cat fight broke out. Charleston, you're going. We're gonna send let's send Austin.
311A in progress.
Bartender reported that a fight has broken out between a patron and the bar's bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, had climbed onto the stage. Let's send 2. Chief, I just about nailed the jab a couple times, but he's too fast for me to win on points. I don't really understand all the rules, so I can't keep track of points very well. But he's alright. He even showed me a few tricks after the match. Carried away. Put my back. Think I can take a day off? Absolutely. 330. That's pretty awesome. I'm getting more sniffly, guys. Alright, on the stage, fight. There are 2 strippers going at it. It's gone beyond arguing to full-on catfight. Cut the crap. This is going to get serious. Strippers continue fighting, oblivious of police presence. Cold water, throw it at the combatants.
311A complete.
Okay. Trying to be the good cop here, guys. Alright.
311A
Fight report. Vendor caught. Alright. That sounds good to me. Alright, and I'm going to call it good there. So I'm going to finish the video. We'll do day 5 in the next video. This is a different game than the ones I'm doing on my channel right now, so if you guys like this a bit more, let me know. Give me your thoughts. Give it a like, a subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.